right, so what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another market recap. I know it's been a couple of days since the last one. I did say I was not going to do them daily, but it is a new month. That means that on Sunday, expect the first expectations for the weekly outlook. I'm sorry. Expect the first weekly outlook this Sunday, right? And we're going to see how it goes. Hey, if that becomes a thing and, you guys can get some nice movement out of that and you guys are able to get telemarket quicker, you guys already know, just drop a like, subscribe, whatever it is. I just want to make sure that you guys are all aware of what is happening in the market, and if I can explain how I see things to you all and you all get it, and it's something new way of like looking at the market, whatever, it's all that matters. So if again looking at the SPY chart, if you guys look at it, this is the same exact chart since we basically mapped out our first fibs, right? Nothing has changed. I have not changed it. We started making videos, right, when SPY did this, more or less, right? And I said, people were like, this is the top. Sorry, this is the top. I'm sorry. That was the bottom. We're going to keep going up. That's it. V-shape, backstop market. And I said, okay, let's see if technicals work. As you can see, technicals do obviously work. We even headed into that negative 17 target. The day of the invasion news, which was the day of my last video, it was a crazy day. And, before I just start talking on it, I want to say one thing. There has been people that are, trading, and I've had in DM saying, oh, man, I feel bad making money off, this and the war and, people dying. And I get it. It's sad. It is what it is in that like aspect of things. It's something sad that nobody wants to go through. There are people that live through wars, right? That actually know how war sounds like, the same way there are veterans that, live through war as a soldier. So the only thing that I can just tell you guys is that, look, you're not gunslingers, you're not a politician, you're not this or that. This is nothing that either of us can stop. We go protest, we try to protest the war. It's not really gonna get any point across. We are just allowed to by, our constitution and freedom of speech and all that. But don't feel bad because you took a position and you made money, and it was, and what was happening was that. You have to understand that we're day traders, right? Again, we're not politicians, we're not elites. We don't control this. We didn't ask for this war, right? So with that being said, I just hope, nobody feels really bad anymore and has this sick feeling of their trades or whatever. It's not something nice to really like go through psychologically, and I know what that's like. But just remember, you're just a day trader, right? It's nothing much that we can do. But going to it, you guys can see the SPY. I said on my last video, my targets were negative 17, negative 27. We gapped all the way to our negative 17, and we basically exploded in, delta hedging. Market makers, they're riding those puts. Those puts are deep at the money. That was a more or less 10-point gap down. Those puts are crazy at the money. So you know what the market makers had to do? Hedge themselves. Maybe they didn't expect that drop, and it is what it is. That hedging caused them to go on a buying spree, and you got that move up. The next day, same exact thing, right? And what happens when inventory is completely held tight? Is this the bottom? It's never the bottom. Inventory gets released. As you can see today, inventory was released. We started seeing some selling across a couple names. So it's nice to see the market again still cycling. Tomorrow and Thursday, Jay Powell is going to be talking in front of with Congress. Actually, have on my board 310 is the FOMC meeting, and 318 is quad witching. So the day of quad witching I think is going to be a roller coaster, just with all those puts expiring and whatnot. It's going to be an interesting day to see. But before that, I want to talk about the puts that are expiring on Friday. There is a very, very high OI on SPY puts. I'm pretty sure if we look at SPX, they're going to be more or less around the same open interest. But there's a lot of them, right? And remember, if we see those puts at the money by Thursday, whatever it is, we could expect a aggressive whiplash to the upside if we see that happening, right? As market makers, scramble to collect those premiums, and at the same time hedge themselves in case of anything, in case, really, really bad news comes out and they can't overpower the algos, whatever it is. So with that being said, that's pretty much all I have, at least for today. Just want to talk about real quick what's been happening, making sure everybody's still remembering what is happening. This is the bottom. This is not a perma bull type of thing. This is just technical analysis, and also what is happening internally in the market that the basic retail investor overlooks. So with that being said, I want to talk about something that I'm doing, and the release date of it is on Friday. That's when I'm releasing my website. But the workshop is on the 13th. I'm gonna be doing a live workshop, right? If you're a member of Simple Stacks, you have obviously seen, in the gains page, um, my trades on US 30. I mean, the day of the war announcement, I was in short. I sent the chart and everything. I was in short before that news came out, and it was about a $9,000 day. I had some trades the next day. It was in total a 13K day, followed by the next day, right? So this was a 13K day, and then the next day was another 13K day, which was one of the sickest day trading days I have ever had. But I wanted to show you guys pretty much what this is. So what I trade, to give a quick recap, this is what I trade. I trade US 30, right? If we want to talk about let's say futures, right? It's the same thing. But when we talk about futures, there's a really high margin requirement. You need a big account, or you can trade minis, but it's boring. You still need a big account. So how do you avoid that? When you trade US 30, US 500, which is SPX, US 100, which is the Nasdaq. For those that don't know, US 30 is the Dow Jones Industrial. So when you trade these names on a Forex broker, you're able to basically take these trades with a lot less margin because it's a leverage brokers. An example, a $1 per point move on the Dow is roughly $87 on a 500x broker, right? I don't think I have to do the math, but in a $5 per point, it's about $870 and so forth. It keeps going, right? So when you have these type of risk, right? So it's low margin. It's, if you think about it, with like a 5K account, you can trade 10 point per tick, and if you catch a good trade, you can make a lot of money. This is honestly, to me, it's where it's at. And I'm just to show you guys an example. Look at this daily candle, right? If you would have gotten filled at that rejection of that 0.5 G's, of that 50% retracement, right? So to the upside, we can see that price basically retraced up, right? Here's where we have our fibs plotted. Price retraced up, and you can see right here we rejected, same level we rejected here, and then headed down. Today the Dow pretty much was down 527 points. Mind you, that is not counting assuming you would have actually gotten the entry here and written it down. This would have been a 942 point move, right? Times 10, that's a $9,000 trade, right? And all you need is a good entry. You get a good entry, you move your stops. You can move your stops and profit, which is what I did on Friday with the Dow. I took profits on I had a 50 lot in total. I took profits in three of the positions because I had them in tens, and then I left 2 run. I put a stop loss in profit, and then I put a TP of like 500 point gain, and I ended up securing just in those 2 last lots like about $10,000 gain. So it's a very like easy thing to trade because it's just technical analysis, and I'm looking in the workshop to teach you guys that it's everything that you all know, but you just have to put it together, right? Sometimes some people know this, and this, but they struggle to put everything together, or they struggle to find the right path to put it together. With the workshop, I'm going to teach you guys, the technical aspects of US 30, the fundamental aspects, what companies are the top weighted companies of US 30. I'm also going to, teach you guys obviously how to set up a broker, how the broker works, how the risk management works, how everything really works. And then at the same time, I'm going to introduce a new way of trading, because this is what it is. It's just the same way, people go from stocks to options. It's like another new instrument in a way. Lot less margin requirements. If you want to go from this to futures, be my guest. It doesn't really matter. This is just a lot, again, less margin requirements. I have turned a $900 account to a 19K account off this. This happened throughout this time here, right? Because we were just dropping. It was easy to get reads, and it was just really hold the trade and let it go. I mean, if I can give you guys an example, it's just good entries, right? Just look at that. 500 points more or less. 500 points more or less, right? However you want to call this, up or down, 700 points. It's a lot. It's over 100 points is what I'm trying to say. Even if you catch 100 points, with a 1 lot 100, with a 5 lot 500, with a 10 lot that's it's $1,000. However you want to look at it, it's easy to catch moves that are about 100 points, right? So if you have this instrument available, why not take advantage of it? And I'm going to show you guys how to take advantage of it. So I'm going to be posting pretty much the link to my website here so you guys can sign up. I'm going to launch it on Friday, but I am getting a lot of demand for people because I'm going to be doing a special discount and everything for the first 50 members. and obviously for Simple Stacks members. But I'm getting people just asking if I could open it early and whatnot. I still haven't decided, but the official launch date is going to be Friday, and again the day of the live course, because it's going to be basically a whole live workshop pretty much. It's going to be on the 13th of March, so it's going to be on a Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, right when futures open. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys can check it out. If you do go, if you don't go, it's it's fine. It doesn't really matter. But again, I just want to be able to show you guys this whole way of trading. I have had 3 different people that I mentored myself privately with. They just wanted a new way of trading. They didn't have a lot of capital, and they are pretty net profit after this. I have one of them. I showed him how to do it. He basically he followed what I'm gonna basically teach you guys. In about a week, he decided to go for it. He put 5K, and then in a live account after practicing with a demo account and whatnot. And then he was basically up 100% of his account in, let's say, a week and a half. It's pretty crazy, but it's everything is doable. So I hope you guys can check it out. And again, if you can, it doesn't really matter. So with that being said, take care, everybody. I will catch you on the next video, which will be Sunday. Right, we're gonna start our weekly outlook for how pretty much the market's gonna be. All right, take care, everybody. Catch you guys later.